Welcome back to JD Sports Gaming, and we'll take a look at the divisional round as we got knocked out by the Steelers last video. And as the Steelers will move on to the AFC Championship game as they will face the Ravens. The Ravens upset the Titans. Titans got hit with the injury bug late in the season. So Ravens 27, Titans 24, they move on. The Bears upset the Falcons on the road as well. Collins 371, 4 touchdowns. So Tom Brady will go home. And then the Rams beat the Cowboys. So everybody won on the road except for us. So it's going to be Bears, Rams, NFC Championship game. They did not face in the regular season. AFC is Steelers, Ravens, and Steelers beat the Ravens twice in the regular season, and it's hard to beat them for the third time, as that defense is pretty good for the Steelers. Of course, our game was 14-6. Not much going on offensively. And so the Ravens are going to be out with their top back, Priest Holmes, who had was easily over a 1,000-yard rusher. And that's a big hit for that Ravens offense. So I'm curious what the score will be. Of course, we're going to simulate, and we'll get to this will be the first part of our offseason, so we'll get through it all. Collins, you see 371, 4 touchdowns. Gardner, 89 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Also 93 receiving yards and a score. So we will see what went on. Baltimore goes to Steelers, and then Chicago will be on the road against St. Louis, against the MVP, Steve McNair. So we'll get right into the AFC Championship and NFC Championship games. I'm curious who's going to the Super Bowl. And Ravens with an upset against the Steelers, 17-14. Steelers couldn't beat them for the third time. And so the Ravens will go on the Super Bowl, and the Rams, Aaron McNair took care of business. 451 and 6 touchdowns. And look at Gardner. 272 receiving yards and 4 scores. Aaron McNair and Gardner. So a little Super Bowl preview. One of the worst defenses in the league, but they do have Aaron McNair. And same with the Ravens. Their defense hasn't been very good, but their offense was top-notch. They are still without Priest Holmes. So Eli Manning and Aaron McNair, I don't know why they're primetime players, a punter, but so be it. Punters need loving too. So that's your Super Bowl preview. My money's going to be on the Rams. I don't think you can stop Aaron McNair. And we'll see what the score will be. We're just going to sim it because I don't think there is a video Sports Center update. And the winner is Rams. St. Louis 31, Baltimore 13. So the Rams are your Super Bowl champs for the first inaugural Super Bowl champions on the JD Sports channel. And that's cool to see. So we sim the Pro Bowl. Of course, I'm not going to play it. I have nobody in there. I already checked. So this is what the offseason will look like. We're going to go to free agency. Then the next video will be the combine, draft, and our rookie signings. And I'll tell you what, the draft is a little tough to scout. So Jerry Rice he's retiring, of course. 21 years in the NFL, and he had 4 scores in the receiving. And he was kind of our go-to guy. He had sure hands when we needed some catches on third down. So other notable players that are retiring, as we kind of go through, Emmitt Smith, of course, had a great career as well. As I don't think he played much for the Buccaneers in this fantasy draft. Brian Allen, not really notable. Rodney Peete, kind of a old quarterback, as he is retiring. And then also we'll kind of go deeper dive. Morton Anderson, 24 years in the NFL, the kicker. So that's the only guy that's retiring. And so I'm not going to talk him out of it. Great career. Move on. So some key, as we try to go to, the contracts are kind of messed up on this game, and of course I'm going to try to re-sign Vic to just restructure his contracts. It's pretty bad, but a lot of these guys on the bottom, I picked up at the end of the year due to injuries, and so I'm going to let him go. And so we will go to Vic, $1.81 million contract. Yeah, it's going to be... And I'm going to pay him well. He's going to be, of course, I'm not really worried about cap room because, like I said, the contracts are kind of messed up in the fantasy draft. So, but we will get Vic paid, as he is going to be our franchise quarterback. I'm going for a 4-year. And I'm just going to keep racing it up. It's going to get tough. I think once you get to second or third year, everyone wants a long contract for low pay, which isn't too realistic. So that's why I'm kind of going off the interest meter. And we're going to keep cranking it up for Vic. He needs paid. His contract is sitting, so it kind of goes down later in his career. So I kind of want to, win now here in a kind of a 3-year window. And $35 million, of course, is a generous offer. $11.1 million a year. And so we also got running backs that need re-signing. I think I'm going to re-sign TJ Duckett, 80 overall. And of course, I like London Fletcher. I think he's the backbone of this defense. 8-year veteran, so I don't want to go too long in a lengthy contract. So we're going to get down to, let's see, the interest meter is going to go down. So around 4-year, $25 million, 40% signing bonus at 2.53, and I'm going to keep it balanced. So 3.79 per year, and we'll take it. So he had a great season. Fletcher did, and also Charles Tillman. I'm gonna keep him around. Kind of a younger guy, so we're gonna keep him a little longer contract. Of course, I'm gonna kind of maneuver some of these years in these contracts with because I know when you go to free agency, you'll see guys wanting 7-year for the $3 million 7-year contract or 7-year contract, which is ridiculous. That wouldn't happen. Bashir, he wants. Let's see, he's out his contract, and I think Bashir had a pretty decent year in the secondary. We kind of had some boneheaded plays, really aggressive, but I want to secure that secondary. Like I said, cap room is not really an issue at this point in this series. So we go to a 3-year, $9.25 million contract he will accept. So we got Tillman, Bashir, and Fletcher. Hey, we're going to TJ Duckett. 6 foot, 254, so he's our power back. And I wasn't really too impressed with our running game, so I'm going to give him a shot. I was going to go to a 1-year deal, but I'm going to go ahead and give him a 2-year contract. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. So we'll go 2-year, almost $6 million contract. And he wanted front load. I guess we might just leave it. So we signed TJ Duckett. And I think I'm gonna let go of Larry Johnson. I'm gonna kind of get him out of the way, and I want Travis Minor to step up and not. Larry Johnson, I just wasn't too happy. I know in real life he had a pretty couple of good seasons, but so we're gonna go with Duckett and Minor. If Minor takes our contract, so we're going to try to lock up our guard, Stinchcomb. And then we got Travis Minor. And he wants we'll go 2-year. Again, I was going to go, kind of bounce around. But we'll give him a 1 year, see how he does. If he obviously doesn't perform, we'll go another route. But I liked how he played, and I think towards late in the season, when we played good defenses, we had no run game, and that's when I need to change. And also, we're going to change our playbook as well for next year. I want a little more 5 wide, and of course, we're going to have to go after some more receivers. And then this comes to our 1-year guys that we signed, not rated very good, and we're just going to let them go, and we'll kind of go pick up some more guys in free agency, see how the free agent market. I don't think it's going to be too well after the fantasy draft. But we shall see. So we'll let go. We might sign Jason. I think he did okay. He 50 overall. Just needs some depth at the safety spot. I think he did a decent job. Whitley was okay, and Waddell he was okay as well, but we'll see if there's better options, and we'll kind of go around that route. If not, I'll draft and look for a young corner in the draft. We're going to let go some of these guys, not really rated too well. 2 tight ends, that they were okay. So, and then we go to Larry Johnson. There is a penalty, but we'll take it. Obviously he's not hurting anybody on the contract, but we'll let him go just for the sake of the series. And so we got TJ Duckett, Minor, and Stecker in the running back room. And then receivers, of course, number one priority is receiver. Tight end, I want to try to go after a defensive end here in the off season, and some linemen. I kind of want to get some linemen. The only bad thing also about this game, that you don't really get to see the progression or regression of players. So you kind of have to take a guess here in the off season if they're going to either progress or regress in lower or higher ratings. You see our linebacker. I'm happy with our linebackers. Might have to go after another inside backer to get some help and some depth-wise. And our corners, I'm happy with the corners. I'm happy with Bob Sanders, 73 overall, but I'll have to go back and restructure his contract. Only $140,000 a year. That's going to change. And also, I want to get a kicker and a punter because it's not rated too well. And Brown's his range wasn't too well. So now we go to the free agent market. As you see, not much. Our best free agent is Zach Bronson, a free safety going into his 10th year. I was going to look at quarterbacks. Running backs, I was going to try to go after one more maybe. And I want someone with a little more speed, and I don't think those guys are going to be it. Receivers, I was looking at Corey Bradford, but I want to go after a taller receiver, as he had 39 catches, 600 yards last year, 2 touchdowns. And just kind of, I think he'd be an okay receiver. 78 catch, 77 route running, 87 speed. And I'm just not, I don't know. Other than that, it's not really too many guys I'm interested in. So Campbell was the tight end that kind of hurt us last year against the Steelers. Steelers let him go 6'6", 255. And I think we're going to send an offer. So we're going after a 2-year. We're going to send him we'll see if it starts going down. So we'll send him a 2-year, about $3 million a year, or $3 million, and we'll see how that goes. He's wanting 7-year, like I said. You see these guys 5-year, $6.9 million. Like, come on, you ask for a little more money. You want that big a contract? Almost kind of like a Scottie Pippen contract. Then we go look at defensive ends, and I'm just not too interested in some of these guys. I like who I have, so when it comes to corners, though, I want a little more. So I like Poole, Tyrone Poole, and I think he wants a little more. And we'll see if we send him an offer, and we'll see. We'll see like Andre Woolfolk. See, he wants 5-year. We'll go 2. Usually these other guys, free agents, I want to go a year, see how they are, and we'll kind of renegotiate from there. We'll see if they take it. So it kind of gives us some more. I feel more confident in our corners because it kind of dropped off pretty quick. And a lot of people are looking at it. Bronson are getting a lot of offers. Atlanta, Minnesota, Tampa Bay. And right now we just got Campbell, Woolfolk, and Poole. So here we go. We're looking at kind of baiting if I want. I think Sage was okay. I just need another backup, and I don't think I'm going to go. Like I said, I'm not too interested in any of the free agents. We look at a little deeper look at Dominic Rhodes. 85 speed, 72 agility. 79 break tackle, but I got TJ Duckett. And his catch 64, so decent hands out of the backfield. 518 yards last year rushing. We'll look at some people now. Everyone's offering Campbell, but we do get Mark Campbell, and we do sign Tyrone Poole. And those are really the only guys I'm interested in. Woolfolk's still considering, so we're going to advance today. Like, I'm just going to kind of go through it because there's not too many big free agents, and so we do get them signed. And so right now our main priority going in the draft will be wide receiver, running back, but there's a lot of running backs I think are going to go early. You'll take a look at the mock draft, and you'll see a lot of guys, a lot of running backs go in the first round, which is a lot different compared to last year's draft when you had like Edwards-Helaire was the last pick of the draft, and was the only first round running back. And this, obviously, in this era on 2K5, you had a bunch of running backs that went early here in the first. So now we'll just kind of take a dive into Sports Center. We'll go over free agents and the players who are retiring, and a little draft preview. So this is what's cool on 2K5. I wish I'm disappointed in Madden how it just dropped off fairly quick. And this game was what, 2004, and man, it's still above every football game. So here's an off-season edition, and we'll first look at retirees. And Williams, one of the better safeties in the league. Well, he'll retire. Then you got Rod Woodson, which he's still playing really well, especially in the divisional game against us. And then, of course, Jerry Rice, another safety, and Brock Marion, Bryant Young, the D tackle. And I will miss Jerry Rice. That was the first time I think I ever played with Jerry Rice on a game. So it's kind of cool to see drafting him in the third round. Probably wouldn't if I had to do it. And I'd probably take him again. Who am I kidding? It's Jerry Rice. But Rod Woodson will be a big blow against that Pittsburgh defense. Then you also got Jerome Woods, free safety. I think that's why they're going after Bronson. Not really notable guys in the NFC retiring. I don't know if they actually end up. I think they end up signing Bronson. I'm not too sure. So I think they're going to revamp that defense, and we'll see some re-signings. Derek Brooks will re-sign with the Colts in a 6-year, $40 million contract with an $8 million bonus. You want to secure that linebacking unit, and that when we faced them, that defense was really good. So they're securing that. And I think it's a good signing. Derek Brooks is very good on this game. And some other notable players. Ed Reed re-signed with the Dolphins. As you see, obviously, we see London Fletcher. Also, Rodney Harrison with the Raiders and Ray Lewis with the Jets. And then obviously you see Tony Gonzalez re-signing with the Giants. So it's cool to see. Brian Dawkins and Strahan also will renew their contracts. And here's some of the top picks. Derek Clark, defensive tackle from North Carolina State. Mainly everyone's talking about the running back in Huffman, I can't remember. He's a very good running back. And Carolina is their number one pick. And then also there's 3 quarterbacks, which I'm surprised are not on this list. Benny Elliott, and I can't remember the other one, but they're going to be probably top 5 picks. And here's some sleepers in the draft. Wade Montgomery, I kind of want to see you get a quarterback in the middle rounds, but really I don't know. We'll roll a Sage. So our next video will be part 2 of the offseason. Obviously, we'll get a little deeper dive into the rookies and the rookie signees, and then we'll be ready to roll into the next year as we finish year 1 here on JD Sports Gaming. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on part 2. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you next time.